I want to thank you and compliment you for opening this video. To me, it says that you're part of an elite group. I too have always wanted to be more successful, and I love to help those around me do better as well. It's the greatest satisfaction that I get. Now, I've studied many, and I do mean many, different ideas of how to be successful. Some of these ideas were basically worthless. Some were just money makers for their authors, and some had real value. But the most important thing that I learned was one general theme that ran through most of them: the promise that our human minds have the potential to create the life of our choice, regardless of where we are right now. This promise excited me more than anything ever did, and it still does. I tried every piece of advice that I could find on how to make good on this promise, and none of it worked. I came to the conclusion that something must be missing. I made it my definite major purpose to find it. Altogether, it took me over 40 years, but I found the missing piece, and I want to share it with you right now. You know, it's just common sense to realize that what we do determines what we get, and this is where you'll find the missing piece. Sometimes we think before we do. Sometimes we don't think at all. We just react and do. When you think before you do, you'll be on solid ground and you'll win whatever you're going after. When you react without thinking, you'll bring something to yourself that you don't want. Thinking is the magic bullet. Thinking creates and reacting destroys. You have a mind that is capable of accomplishing unimaginable success, but you have to turn it on and keep it on. And that means think before you act and stop reacting. Let's take a look at this chart that I developed called the B code, which is short for the behavior code, and it will explain what is behind the problem that we all have to deal with. The first thing that you'll notice is that our mind has two levels, conscious and subconscious, with the conscious mind being very small and the subconscious mind being very large. Next, you'll notice that our mind has two functions. We think and we feel. We think in our conscious mind and we feel in our subconscious mind. We are always feeling, and we can't turn our feelings off, but we are not always thinking, and we don't need to be. We only need to think when there is a choice to be made. Now let's concentrate on the feeling side of our mind, because our feelings are what makes us do what we do. You'll notice that we have both positive and negative feelings, and everything that we do is going to be driven from one or the other of these two feelings. Positive feelings are natural and are associated with facts, which of course can be proven. Negative feelings are not natural and associated with our opinions, which are not facts and cannot be proven. Now here is the missing piece that has eluded us. When we are feeling positive, the two functions of our mind work together. We think and feel together, and we make intelligent choices. When we are feeling negative, the two functions of our mind will not work together. Our negative feelings shut off our access to thinking and pressures us to react, which means that there is no intelligence in what we're doing. You have thousands of these opinions buried out of sight in your subconscious mind, pulling your strings and making you react and lose. Not because you're stupid, not because you're lazy or undisciplined, not because you don't care. It's because this is how our system works. We don't think because we can't. Negative feelings put us on automatic pilot. The only way to get permanent improvement in your life is to work at finding and eliminating these opinions. This is what you will learn how to do. This is why we are different. That is why our program is brand new and exclusive. And that's how I get salespeople to triple their income, entrepreneurs to stop working for wages, and professionals to leverage the huge investment they made in themselves, and of course all people to get their mind to stop driving them crazy, if that is their issue. I have thousands and thousands of examples that I have found in myself and my clients to prove this to you. I'll give you a couple of examples. Let's take money. If you have an opinion that money is hard to come by, you will fight your checkbook for the rest of your life. Colds. If you have an opinion that you're going to get 3 colds a year, you're going to get them. How about this one? If I want it done right, I have to do it myself. Can you imagine what this opinion did to my desire to be more successful? Let's take a look at this chart that I developed. You will notice that it has 3 columns. The far right graph represents the individual truths of the universe. The far left graph represents the opinions that would block and override each individual piece of truth. The middle is an example and meant to represent a person. Any person, could be you or me. You will notice that right where your opinions stop is where you start living in truth. And as you eliminate opinions, each time you will live another piece of truth. For example, if you give up the belief that money is evil, your life will get better. Another example, if you give up the belief that you have to do everything yourself, you will start trusting others to help you and your life will get better. Over time, the positive results are incredible. Now, the balance between how much thinking you've done in the past in relationship to how much reacting you've done in the past will define exactly where you are right now. Go to our testimonial page on our website, and ordinary people will tell you how it has changed their lives. Once again, I want to emphasize that you have a mind that is capable of accomplishing unimaginable success, but you have to turn it on and keep it on, and your opinions continually work overtime to turn it off. RB Code and Breakout Process is the first step to creating success in any area of your life, because it will show you how to think more and react less. I expect you to be delighted with our new knowledge and tools. You have absolutely nothing to risk and a better life to gain.